This is Boxing Tickets NI, and we're joined with Ciaran McVarnock. Ciaran, how are you? You're looking very tanned.
I'm way back from Spain, I'm way back from a training camp, and I loved every minute of it, but sadly I'm back with the doom and gloom and the bad weather, so just gotta take it.
You're back into the miserable Belfast weather, obviously, rather this week. Last week being in Spain with sunny weather.
Yeah, I was over there, I was at a training camp with Sam Story's place. Unbelievable. I can't look back over next year. It's a sparring camp, and people from all over the world. It was sparring this kid from France, Southpaw, great sparring for me actually with Southpaw, and I sparred a young kid from England, and he was really fit and gave it everything, gave me really good sparring, so loved it. Perfect sparring for me actually with two good lads, and to be able to do that there for a week in the heat with the run and stuff in the morning, I really recommend anyone who's going to go to a sparring camp, go to Sam Stories in Titana. Just 5-star facilities, that you have a gym, pool and stuff, but outside the hotel there's nothing there except for a garage, so you can't just wander off into town where it's distractions and things like that. It means that everything just by training camp. I shared a room with Fergus, another gym mate, and the way he was sparring and the way he done it, you can tell he's the way of training camp with the Irish squad before, because the way he was just train, rest, and after we done our 7 o'clock morning runs, mountain runs and things, straight back, breakfast, sleep, spawn in the afternoon, sleep, and then after you go for your lunch, and then get up night time, go to sleep again. So after I've never fought for Irish squad, and then to see Fergus do that there after something I've picked up and learned about, and see him, that guy sparring Fergus is unbelievable. I think Fergus is going to be a big thing of Belfast, like he's going to be really, really, really good.
Fergus obviously yet to make his debut as well. You're Ciaran, obviously yourself as a boxer, you made your pro debut 6.5 years ago, December 2013.
Long time.
Nearly makes you feel like an old man. You're only 28 now, so.
Right, after 6.5 years, be world champion by now, but yeah, I've been so inactive obviously with the way my life's been, and obviously changing managers, more and things like that. Obviously I was with Frank Warren when I first started off. Loved it. Frank was more than good to me. Frank paid me well, looked after me well, and then I think I went with Jason McCrory. Jason McCrory, another one, kept me busy, and after I fought Liverpool and stuff like that, I loved fighting Liverpool. When I was on a ticket deal for them, I ones that didn't sell a lot of tickets, but Jason still looked after me and paid me good money and stuff for them. So I say thanks for Jason for that and looking after me and things. But sadly, Jason ended up really sick, and not just normally sick, but really, really ill, and had to take a step away from boxing. So and I think I ended up going to MTK at the time. MTK, I think I had one fight with MTK. I fought Ben Mulligan. I think I started him in the first round, I think it was, and had that fight, and then I was after the big fights. After that, I went to fight Joe Maree, and me and Joe Maree, we hit each other. I think he was calling out Crow and stuff at the time, and me and Joe were like sparring at the time, and to be honest, where I was, I think I had 5-6 fights, if even that there. And me personally, I'd get the better of Joe, and Joe's had a really good amateur, really good amateur. He fought the GB team and things like that, and he just I didn't fight for a British title and stuff, so I had a lot more professional fights than me. So with his experience stuff, he should have been getting a better me on sparring things, but me, I would think he was lightweight and I was featherweight, and I was bullying him and sparring and things. So, and Crawley, I was always good friends with Crawley. I was always really liked him. He's really, really nice guy. I don't think you can meet another nicer person in boxing than Andy Crawley. And I seen him calling out Crawley and stuff, and I didn't like that. They were really disrespecting him, and I think Crawley lost the Maree, and he started kicking him when he was down sort of thing over social media, calling him out again. And I went to this festival trying to make a big fight happen, and sadly tried to offer me pennies for that fight. I did try and make it happen with Steve Woods, and come back with silly money. And I don't know whether it was just to say, oh, we offered you a fight, we turned it down.
Yeah.
And that's why they offered me the money, but I don't think anyone would have accepted the money, to be honest. Obviously, boxing's a business at the end of the day, and I wouldn't get that, or I wouldn't go and fight for that. I would have spent more money coming up with the fight, so After I said no to that fight, but after the fight now, for the same money, still say no to it. But if I was fighting now for double the money, let's have it. Mine, but Joe Maree, me and him didn't like each other. We had our spat over Twitter, but it's done with now. I don't think Joe's going to fight again, to be honest. He hadn't fought since. I think he's knocked out by restriction. But I done that there. I moved back home. I was looking for a manager. I still wasn't signed up at the time. I was fought on one of the Atlantic Gunning shows up at the Davnish.
Clash 8, wasn't it?
That's the one, yeah. That things didn't look right there for me. So I started looking for a proper thing to get it. I've always put it out there myself on social media saying I want someone to look after me, give me right face, the right time, stop the rounds at the right time and things like that. And the first one contacted me was Ciaran McVarnock. 3 people actually messaged me first before even Ciaran got in touch with me and said, go with Ciaran McVarnock. And then Ciaran McVarnock contacted me, flew over to Manchester, sat with him at the Government Hotel, and everything he was saying was music to my ears. Everything, and obviously he runs these, he can get you on the big shows, so he can. Obviously he's got great contacts with Frank Warren things. He can put you on the small hall shows to keep you busy in between the big shows. And obviously, again, business side of boxing, you can do everything right. The perfect person to do your business side of things. You can rely on and trust him to get you the best deal and the best money for every fight. So Ciaran McVarnock was moving my ears, and one thing he did say was keep you busy. Yes, I haven't fought since last May, but that's nothing to do with Ciaran McVarnock. I was doing it myself personally. He was giving me a fight in October. I think it's November. The missus, she ended up really sick. In February, she's just out of hospital, gave me a date then. Again, she was only recovering. I didn't want to jump in that fight in case she had turned again, so I said nah. So then gave me May, Manchester, June on the Fontainebleau back home, which that was a dream for me to fight at Fontainebleau. I absolutely loved the fight at Fontainebleau. And then July again in Manchester, I had 3 fights in 3 months, and then give me September and November again after that. So he gave me the date straight away. And obviously there's small shows and there were big shows, and fighting in Manchester too, which I love fighting in Manchester. That is my home from home. And he stuck to his word. He said he's going to keep me busy, and he's proved that. He's proved he's going to get me the fights. Just last month or June, he said to me, we've got a fight for you in July if you want to fight, not behind closed doors, BT Sport. Yes, right away, contacted Jerry Story, my trainer, said to him about it, and Jerry Story says, you can't take the fight. He said, come on, it's good exposure for us on BT Sport, everything else. 50-50 fight, it's giving the kid was 13-0. And then he said, gym's still closed, you can't train, can't get the sparring either, because nobody's going to come and spar, you can't train, you can't get in a ring, you can't do anything. So I had to bring my manager back and tell him, sorry Kevin, can't take the fight, can't get the right preparation for the fight. And again, totally understandable, he didn't turn his back on me or anything. He said, right, well, once things are back normal again, and we'll get you out there. So really high belief in Ciaran McVarnock.
I guess always as a fighter you want that belief in your manager to know they're going to do the right things for you at the right time, so they can obviously help you succeed in boxing.
That's it. Obviously, when it comes to keeping busy, I haven't had that, and that's one thing that I crave, is trying to stay busy. And Kevin's already proved he can do that with me, and it's going to happen. Obviously, when all this year COVID stuff stops, then I'll be out there, I'll be busy. Like,
I think obviously since you last fought, I think with it, people turn pro, you know, that nearly have more fights on you now, you know, in 2 years it's shown inactivity can help, you know. You've like Sean McComb, I think he made his debut Windsor Park 2018, and now he's 11th fight coming up.
yeah.
You know,
it's like same when I think I was having my third or fourth fight, and then actually Trum McCulloch fought in the undercard. Well, I was fighting in the card too, but he made his debut, on the same show in Ellesmere Port. And as you see how far he's coming from, then he's progressed. I had more fights than me and stuff, so it's a bit frustrating to see things, obviously, because he's got the big fights, big opportunities, moved on and like that. But I believe everything happens for a reason. My time will come, and will come at the right time as well.
I guess obviously from following you recently, I know you've been into a lot of positive mindset stuff. going back, obviously, I guess a wee bit, for anybody that doesn't know, your partner Nicole suffers with cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think anybody would have followed you on social media would have seen how much you were fighting for her to get her the life-saving treatment she needed.
Going through that there was probably one of the hardest things ever through my life. See someone suffer so much, someone you love pretty much dying in front of your eye, and you can't do nothing about it, and the only thing you can save her is this drug. But see what she went through, and actually see what her brother and mum and friends and stuff were going through at the same time. It's heartbreaking, it's sad, knowing you can't do nothing about it, but they were pretty much the hardest moments in my life, really. Still this day, think about it, drive across the motorway and sit listening to a song that probably just came out when she was in the hospital and bring back memories and stuff, but still where she's come from then, obviously, she used to be obviously a hairdresser, have her own salon and things, and obviously she can't do that there, she can't pretty much come in contact with obviously as much people and stuff as she used to, but now she's started up her own brand, obviously 65 Roses, and this is one of the jumpers she does, so if you want her Instagram and Facebook page, 65 Roses the brand, and obviously a donation of every jumper and gym set and everything else she sells goes towards the unit that actually helps save their life. And what she's done through this year stuff, obviously people can't attend the unit in the city hospital, so they can't go for lung function tests, so what she's done with the profits of the money and stuff that goes towards the charity, she's bought them people like lung function machines personally and sent them out to them and things like that. So what she's done come from, and what she's done and what she keeps doing going forward now, it's unbelievable to see what she's done, and just you can't praise her enough, to be honest. You just can't speak highly enough about her.
I think the one thing I guess it'll do for you in your boxing career moving on is giving you that more belief that you know there's a reason why you're doing your boxing, and what you've come through, you know, the last nearly coming up in a year since that happened, you know, since you got very poorly, will stand you in better stead when you're having tough moments in the ring.
That's it, yeah. If they in boxing, you come to a point where you're so unfit, you can't push forward, and obviously you can't breathe, but it comes to a point you can't breathe, you can't give that extra 10% stuff. Nicole come in the mind where you think, well, God, can't breathe. Well, she can breathe, so I'll push, and exactly what she done, and that'll help me moving forward.
So I guess obviously looking back in your career, you obviously made your debut in December 2013. You fought once in 2014, 4 times in 2015, once again in 2016. I think you had 3 stoppage ones in 2017. Obviously through that time you've had periods of inactivity. I'm guessing you've obviously had good sponsors involved that's helped you throughout your boxing career.
Yeah, I've had County Gas. County Gas has been unbelievable. Orange Shields. Obviously, the Arnie came to me and offered me, he said, can help you, can I sponsor you? Which is unbelievable, because trying to get a sponsorship is so hard. And Orange knowing Nicole's from when she was just young, and knows Nicole's brother Lee. So County Gas, they're absolutely massive in Manchester. They're huge, and I think they're coming here to Belfast again, so it'll be really big when they come here to Belfast. So can't thank Orange Shields enough. What he's done for me, went above and beyond. He just keeps texting all the time. They get mate, just lives in my pocket at all times, text each other, and always trying to help, always trying to offer me, as if he just can't do enough for me.
Fantastic. And obviously I think sometimes I think fans think that every boxer's a millionaire, you know, so I don't think anybody could really box without sponsorship, so it's really,
no,
really
everyone
important.
needs a sponsorship. Definitely. I wish I'd be able to just box full time. Obviously I wish all my sponsors would come together and help me out, sort of thing like that, but so I'm training full time, but obviously that's not possible. I've just looked at Craven Scaffolding, Dermot Craven from Manchester. He's helped me out from day one. You got Billy and Dalton from Capricorn Security. They've helped me out as well from when I was in Manchester and stood by me now, and since I moved back to Belfast. And then you've got Shore Princess, which is a travel company. Got Big Paul that helps me out there, and so hopefully when one day after I win, then he can pay for my holiday.
Great, wouldn't it? So I guess obviously going back a wee bit, so I guess obviously a great thing of you being trained out of Manchester is I count at least 3 world champions you're very close friends with: Anthony Corolla, Terry Flanagan, Paul Butler.
Paul Butler, you know what? Paul Butler is the best person I've ever sparred. I remember when I first went for the Manchester, it was sort of like a trial sort of thing. I think I sparred Butler on a Wednesday, and he dropped me with a body shot. And never, obviously known for his body shots, and I never felt anything like it. I was like, welcome to the pros, and ever since I stuck to it, grinding my teeth out and sparring him out every day pretty much when I was there. And what I've learned off Butler is unbelievable. He's so slick and so good. I remember even talking in the ring, trying to tell you what to do and stuff, and he's just so talented. The skill he has, the talent he has is unbelievable. It's probably the best part I've ever sparred. You could probably.
I think I've seen one of your pictures on Facebook. I think it was one of the fights where he carried one of his belts to the ring. I think he'd probably nearly every belt in the UK.
I think he's won every intercontinental belt there, and he's won every belt except for, I think the only thing he hasn't won is European title, but that's because I don't think the European title is there available at super flyweight. I think it was just at the time, so I think that's the only belt he hasn't won. He's won a world title, won the IBF title. I remember I was there watching that over in Newcastle, and he fought Stu Hall, and at there it brought tears to my eyes because I know how much I meant to him and how hard he trained for it, and I just want to see him win another world title again.
It'd be fantastic, and obviously it'd be. I think it's the same weight class as Ryan Burnett. Obviously, that we all know is no longer obviously boxing here.
Yeah, I think he now he's a bantamweight. Yeah, I think he moved up now he's a bantamweight. There was talks of that fight happening at one time. Would have been a fantastic fight to happen. I actually think it would have happened in Belfast too. Butler, he would have travelled, no problem. Burnett would have accepted the fight. Both of them would have accepted the fight. Butler would have travelled to Belfast and would have been a fantastic fight to happen. Obviously, with Ryan's aggressiveness and skill, but Butler's so skillful himself.
So looking ahead then to fighting this weekend, actually the James Tennyson and Gavin Gwynn fight should have played a significance to yourself. You're actually scheduled to fight Gavin Gwynn in April 2018 for super lightweight Celtic title.
Yeah, I'd say super lightweight was like that for me to accept the fight at super lightweight when I'm a featherweight. But I remember I was in Vietnam at the time, and got the message saying about fighting Gavin Gwynn for the Celtic title. It was a 10-hour fight. Didn't know how much the money was. Anything out there. It was after that fight, I think at the Ice Arena in Wales, where he's from. He was Welsh champion at the time. So I said yes to that fight. Obviously because I was crying out loud for a big fight. And that was me. He was there with a few of the mates, and obviously we were all having a good time, drinking and stuff like that there. But once I was after that fight, that was me going up and down the beach and starting Halifax and things like that. I think we had a week left, and then came back, started training and stuff, and gym with Maree, and things didn't turn out. I went back home, and then went back to Arnie and said to him that I'm moving back home, and that was it. The fight was off, but that fight with Tyson and Gwynn, I think Tyson stops him within five rounds. I think Tyson beats him.
I think predictions, I think maybe round 7, round 8 hopefully, but fingers crossed, as long as Tenny gets a win, that's all that matters, I guess. So obviously when things sort of hopefully get back to normal, you have campaigned pretty much in weight class between super lightweight in terms of weight and super featherweight. Where's your idea at sort of fight weight you're going to be fighting?
I'll be fit at featherweight. I'm a fit at featherweight, yeah. I think I've got the choices now. Stephen Floyd. Between all them other fights, I struggle making the weight. I know my size, my ability, I can make featherweight. I've done it before in the past. I went and done my test and stuff. Stephen Floyd sent me to do my test and stuff. Obviously, they measure your body fat and your muscle mass and everything else, and if you can make the weight safely. I went and done all them tests, passed it with flying colours, and I can make featherweight. I was actually using Stephen there just for about 3 weeks up to my last fight. I was meant to be my last fight. It was in May there, and after with the COVID stuff it called off, but I was using him for 3 weeks, and I was actually eating more and losing more weight when I was using him. It's scary. The stuff he knows, he's living in your pocket. You just start texting you morning, noon, and night, just texting you, asking you, do this, do that, eat this, how's your weight and stuff, and like to what he does and acknowledge that guy knows he's a smart guy and he knows the nutrition side of losing weight and doing it healthy, doing it the right way.
The science behind it all is incredible. So trying to think, obviously, one more thing is obviously you were a talented footballer in your teenage years. So why did you choose boxing?
I played for Roserside Celtic. They were my best days. I loved playing for Roserside Celtic. I remember I was getting player of the year in the Saturday and Sunday league and stuff. But I was always an aggressive footballer. I was a bad loser. I always wanted to win. Was always known for fighting on the pitch, losing my temper on the pitch, and I think got the club more fans than anything, and got more red cards and scored goals. But yeah, I absolutely loved football. I was decent at it too. I was a right or left winger. But loved it. But for me, boxing is what I really want to do. I love the training side of things. I love fighting. I love getting in the ring. I love the tough side of boxing, where the training, where you have nothing left and you're still going for that extra round. I love that type of training compared to football training, and that's pretty much why I choose boxing over football. I just love fighting.
Fantastic. Well, Ciaran, look, we'll not keep you any longer. I've obviously taken up quite a lot of your evening and stopping you from watching the football. But obviously, thanks very much for having an interview with ourselves. And obviously, fingers crossed you get back in the ring action shortly.
Cheers, thanks a million.